How many more movies do we need before people realize that picking up a serial killer on the side of the road is a bad idea? But the original film was a cult hit, regarded as one of the best horror films of the 1980s, so that means that in 2007, well, we gotta remake it, and it's from Michael Bay's Platinum Dunes, which previously had successes with the 2003 Texas Chainsaw remake and 2005's The Amityville Horror. Yeah, you old folks can keep your 80s Hitcher. This one will be flashier, with bigger explosions, cartoonier gore, and sexy too. Can't forget sexy. What other boxes can we check? Does it have a music video director attached? It sure does. It's one of the few feature films directed by prominent music video director Dave Meyers. Its cinematographer, James Hawkinson, also comes from the music video world. Will there be some kind of WB connection? Obviously, it stars Sophia Bush of One Tree Hill. As for connections to other remakes, it's co-written by Jake Wade Wall, who wrote the When a Stranger Calls remake. We're gonna 2000s the shit out of this series. The plot? What do you need to know? It's like the first, where John Ryder, now Sean Bean, is a murderous hitchhiker who loves cat and mouse games in the desert. And it's like the second one too, in that the protagonists are a couple, only here they're on their way to spring break! Woohoo! That's the right amount of ingredients to see the movie once and just continue to watch the far superior original. But also give a backhanded compliment in saying that it's at least better than the direct-to-video sequel. This one will be all about the facts, though, as it opens by letting us know that 40,000 people are killed on the highways every year. What on earth causes that? Is it hundreds of thousands of hitchhikers? No, it's from drivers distracted by CGI rabbits. Here we meet new Jim Halsey, played by Zachary Knighton. You'll be the Jared Padalecki of the movie. He's here to pick up his girlfriend Grace from college so they can hit the road with a stock soundtrack of the time. Go ahead as you waste your days with thinking. Hop on in, we're going 2000s. Yeah. Sorry, I could have done this in the dorm, but there were no cameras in there. The moving vehicle is the best place to get all sexy. Why are all 2000s remakes made by someone who says, yeah, the original is good, but sure wish it made my dick harder? Grace and Jim go back and forth between one being the new Jim and the other being the new Nash, depending on the scene. And do we have any other CDs? Nope, still playing the same period college rock. Move along, just to make it through. Riders on the storm, yeah, there's a babe on the road. Tits are bouncing like a toad. Oh, and I bet the original's writer, Eric Red, loves that his name is attached, despite him not working on the film at all. And I wasn't kidding. Hours have seemingly passed and that song is still playing. That's why Ryder is waiting for it to finish before he gets their attention. Excellent. A couple of stunt drivers. I love a challenge. At least in Hitcher 07, there is a character who's like, wait, dudes standing ominously in the rain, hitchhiking with a threatening presence. No, Jim, no. We should not get out of the car. So they just leave. I knew the movie was short, but not this short. The rest will be Ryder eating finger fries by himself while these two enjoy their spring break. Unless Ryder is craving some ding-dongs and Twinkies too, and shows up at the same gas station. They'll still help out the stranded Ryder.
Pump number 7. Oh, hey, there's a guy broke down a few miles back. Can you send someone with the tow, or?
Yeah, we'll get right on that if you need some lottery tickets. I don't want to see these two bond.
It's a badass fucking ride, man. Regular little pussy wagon, huh?
Is that dialogue or just what Michael Bay was saying off camera? I'm not a big fan of the 2000s horror trend of bros-ploitation.
Got kicked in the eye, that's why I got a lazy eye and shit. I try to milk that son of a bitch. You can't milk a fucking donkey, though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're done here. I will eat your hot pocket of used zins to get out of this conversation. We've got a kinder Ryder this time out. He accepted a ride without slaughtering the truck driver. I also like that it's Sean Bean, so you know he'll be the bad guy. But the way he carries himself at first, he is genuinely acting like a normal guy who's just stuck out in the storm.
Hey, Sorry for taking off back there.
That was you? Don't worry about it. I wouldn't pick me up either.
I mean, have you seen my filmography? God damn it, Jim, I leave you alone for 5 minutes, and you're already offering rides to killers?
Hi. I'm John Ryder.
Well, he is handsome, I'll allow it. Oh, can I come too? No! As much as the Hitcher sequel and remake don't come close to measuring up to the first, the casting typically isn't bad. Casting Jake Busey as a crazed hitchhiker made sense, and with this, yeah, if you asked me who should play Ryder in a remake, Shaun Bean would be at the top of the list, like how he casually goes from small talk to creepy.
She's a good-looking girl. How long you been fucking her?
Hey, that's out of line. We're saving ourselves for behind the bleachers when the team wins the big game. That's one red flag. Any others?
Hey, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Hey, I was gonna play Doodle Jump on that. Now where's the third red flag? This is a whole movie series of I Told You So's. It's not a bad-looking movie, really, when it doesn't suddenly remind itself that it's 2007, so they gotta put some quick editing in. I prefer the quiet, neo-western, gritty atmosphere of the first, especially when they just start doing the first again. Like Ryder telling Jim to say the words, "I want to die," but with more stunt work. I want to die! This thing is shot like any minute now. Jim's car's gonna turn into an Autobot. That exchange was quicker in this one. The original let the terror build and build to where, dear Christ, did you feel C. Thomas Howell watching his life flash before his eyes. This one has the vibe of let's kill time watching a Netflix movie. Yet I still can't get too mad at it.
I've got something nice and mellow for all you night owls out there. Here's a classic from David's Soul.
I appreciate ditching the frat rock to play a classic tune from Hutch. Then the tropes start setting in. Like a fake-out dream sequence for no reason other than a jump scare. Do you usually dream about pulling over and chugging a beer? Why did we sleep on the side of the road after escaping a killer? Sweetie, I know you love waking up to peak cinematography, but we should have spent the money on a hotel and not ding-dongs. Wow, now the 80s movie is really creeping up on them. Is that the same station wagon from the first? The Hitcher has a type of family vehicle that he prefers. Thank God we have a cracked windshield. We can pretend we didn't see that. Yes, he's gonna fail and almost get hit by the truck again, but with Bay-style slow motion. Damn, this remake of Vanishing Point is bitchin'! Oh, damn it, they're gonna take the last bag of Doritos at the Casey's. Let's take a break. They've earned their fully loaded beer bong when they get to spring break. New convention announcement. Come see us July 24th through the 26th at Classic Game Fest in Austin, Texas. Get your tickets now at ClassicGameFest.com. We're back, and hoo-hoo, now you're the hitchhikers. Ain't so fun, is it? You'll resort to killing families over some lame conversation in no time. And how are they the ones who get passed up on the road, but the Hitcher never seems to have a problem with it? See, that truck driver didn't even stop to check out the dead body roadside attraction. How are they gonna punch this up from the original? Oh, thank God the jump scares are still alive. It was more disturbing when we didn't see the brutal mess that Ryder left in the car. Here? Oh no, we're seeing all that shit, but with really edgy irony. You remade the Hitcher, you're not going to heaven. It does make sense, though, that they'd use the family car to drive them out of there. But it makes the Hitcher look dumb. Why didn't you show up to run them down when they were just on foot? Oh, so he can test out his new and improved Hitcher truck.
Canyonero, Canyonero.
Oh, and so these two will be blamed for the crime again. Sometimes the movie is the Hitcher, until once in a while it takes a breather to become one of the Halloween sequels, while being a 2000s gore film where Jim is staying with the dad long enough to squirt out gallons of blood from the pump. Don't worry, ma'am, help is on the way. See, we thought your jump scares could use some backup, so we called in more. Okay, I can wrap my head around suspecting Jim at first, but these two? Oh yeah, Ashton Kutcher and Nikki Hilton are truly the Lonely Hearts killers of their time. You'll tell us what we want to hear. What? Why is your interrogation room a torture basement? It's a 2000s horror film. Every room is a torture basement. This shouldn't be hard to sort out. We had our own car. We were clearly helping. There's also gotta be some kind of security footage that Ryder is on. Again, I'll let that slide, because how in God's name did Ryder end up on the other side of the interrogation room mirror? Ryder works faster here. In '86, he slaughtered the precinct while Jim was asleep. Here, it's seemingly in seconds while she was still being interviewed. Rutger Hauer may have turned down a cameo in this one, but there is still a cameo from the corpse-eating dog, who's still a very bad boy. I don't know why Ryder is specifically fixated on these two. I mean, they're not that interesting. You could throw a rock and hit a more interesting person at a PacSun. Seriously, you don't even need to run. Officers, look at us. Do we look like we wiped out a whole precinct like we're the Terminator? You have to have at least had some security cameras in there. Look at this. Don't let getting chased by a killer get in the way of your arguing, where, to be fair, it is Jim's fault.
Why'd you have to offer the guy a ride?
I didn't offer him a ride. He asked for one.
My God, I'm banging an idiot.
What else was I supposed to do? How was I supposed to know he was a sick fuck lunatic?
And he's a poor judge of character. But I do like this jump scare. The Hitcher has the power to rain cars! You goddamn coyotes! Now to get another actor too good for this movie, Neil McDonough is new Estridge, so he and Sean Bean can compare all the times they've been the best part of poorly reviewed movies. My God, who could have done such a thing? We're hauling in the cast of The OC and Gossip Girl right now as we speak. One of them will talk. Finally a competent character, in that he's the first one to point out that, okay, if Jim was locked up and she was in the interrogation room, who put this on the mirror? Better hurry it up. The Hitcher is tired of stalling and is just walking their way to shoot them and hit the road for his own spring break. Even quicker than Estridge figuring out they're chasing the wrong people.
Didn't do it, boys. College student. They didn't do this.
The IQ of this desk is higher than you idiots. We're still taking him in, though, for bringing his bad music into our parts.
The female remains at large.
Copy that. I'm gonna allow that as a justified shooting. All this fool has to say is, we know you're not the killers. They're not smart enough. Look, they're still bickering so Ryder can get the one-up on them again.
Come on, please just get in the car. Get in.
Okay, that one I didn't add. Ryder will not stop until they accept his challenge for a game of Flippy Cup. I know I make fun of the editing style of this era of movies a lot, and it does still happen in this movie, but it's not as punishing about it as these remakes usually are. Like this car chase, for instance, which does hold on the shots long enough to appreciate the camera work, meaning it's not cutting every split second, and it's giving a modern take on what would be an old-school road movie. Too modern, though, hence the unnecessary soundtrack. Why? Just why? Why include that the editor was listening to Kiss FM while doing the scene? Who watched the scene from the original and was like, needs the Fat Boys playing over it? Unless the out-of-place music was their plan to get the Hitcher to leave them alone. I'm out of here. I'm gonna find someone who listens to something better, like Linkin Park. The filmmakers did state how big of fans they were of the original, and with shots like this, okay, I can see it. This here is the kind of beautiful shot that I'd see in the first, so my brain is going back and forth between, okay, it's trying a little harder than a typical horror remake of the time, to Jesus, this movie is shallow. Why is it suddenly sexy again? There's a reason they cut the Jim and Nash sex scene from the other, because this is out of nowhere. Or how about when it pauses to watch a better movie, like when she's watching The Birds, which was supposed to be foreshadowing for when Platinum Dunes actually was gonna remake The Birds? I'm guessing it would have come across more like The Birds 2, Land's End. Only hornier, of course, like this movie.
I'm fucking horny too.
See, even the Hitcher's biggest weapon is his gas-powered four-wheel drive dick. She'll get out of there just fine. She just has to dress for her shift at Coyote Ugly first. Oh, and it wouldn't be a Hitcher remake unless they do their take on the most famous scene from the first, the Nash tied between the semi-truck scene, one of the most tense scenes of its time. Where here they do a switch where now it's Jim tied to the truck. You really can't help but compare the scene to the first, such as how the original was lit like Jim had to sit in a truck located in hell with sweat pouring all over the place, and the scene was edited so masterfully that it's not graphic but feels more graphic in your head, where in the remake of course they'll show it and it'll look ridiculous. The movie popped him like a zit. But on a more positive note, a way less remake would have explained what the hell John Ryder is, instead of keeping it vague like the first. This doesn't do that, they still keep his origin a mystery, with the main difference being that the name John Ryder is a name that he took from a previous man he killed. Makes sense. Hey, this guy's name is John Ryder. That's an appropriate name for what I do for a living. Now I'm just waiting the movie out. I've seen the original more times than I can count. So, okay, here's the part where he's being loaded onto the bus. She's clearly gonna kill him. Just get to the part where she takes Estridge's gun and takes matters into her own hands. This one does show how he escapes. In the first, he's just magically free. That change I don't particularly mind, since it keeps the climax from being totally shot for shot, even if they're just doing it to make the movie gorier, and with more kick-ass car crashes. I wish that the characters were more interesting here, and that it had more scenes of Sean Bean and Neil McDonough together.
O3 X-ray, where the hell is my goddamn backup?
Headquarters? Shit. And calm the hell down, Michael Bay. Excellent. If there was a sequel, he'd fight the bad boys, which I would totally watch that. You know, I've seen far worse as far as these remakes go. This one, it just is what it is, a time killer. The first was a heavily influential film, and like a dark-ass loss of innocence movie, and you felt the isolation and helplessness way more, considering Howell spent a good half of the movie alone. And it got a lot deeper, like how there was a possible metaphysical connection between the two. Whereas this, it's just a guy who wants to fuck with some kids for no reason. Some parts are stylish, some is a little laughable. It's not boring, but it's never scary. Although Sean Bean does a good job of carrying the entire movie, considering how bland the heroes are. If the original didn't exist, this would still be a mildly forgettable movie, or the lesser version of something better like Joyride. It is short though. When you cut out the end credits, it's like a 78-minute movie, so there's that. And that's the end of the Hitcher saga. 3 movies to tell you to only pick up hitchhikers when they aren't played by actors known for being terrifying.
Go fuck yourself.